The vast darkness of space stretched endlessly, broken only by the sleek silhouette of the USS Black Star. Captain June Park stood motionless, his hands clasped behind his back, watching the holographic displays that surrounded the ship's bridge. The soft blue glow of digital readouts reflected against the large transparent viewscreen, revealing the approaching alien fleet. Lieutenant Yuna Kim worked furiously at her station, her fingers dancing across quantum-adaptive shield controls. The ship hummed with a quiet tension, a mechanical heartbeat of potential energy waiting to be unleashed. Sensors pinged softly, each sound a warning of the impending confrontation. "Captain," called Dai Shin from the communications console, "we're detecting multiple alien vessels approaching our defensive perimeter." June's eyes narrowed. The alien fleet looked like a swarm of metallic insects, their ships angular and menacing. Each vessel pulsed with an unnatural green energy, suggesting technologies far beyond conventional human understanding. The main view screen flickered. A creature appeared, part organic, part mechanical. Its body seemed composed of interconnected, metallic segments with multiple eye-like appendages that shifted and moved independently. When it spoke, the sound was like grinding metal. "Human vessel." The translation matrix converted the alien language. "You have entered prohibited space. Surrender your territories and technological resources." June remained calm. Years of naval training and countless simulation scenarios had prepared him for this moment. He understood the psychological warfare embedded in the aliens' communication. "This is Captain June Park of the USS Black Star," he responded, his voice steady and clear. "We represent the United Earth Exploration Command. We have no intention of surrendering or retreating." The alien's multiple eyes seemed to pulse with a cold, calculating intelligence. Its response was immediate and chilling. "Resistance will result in total annihilation. Your species is inconsequential." Lieutenant Yuna's hands moved quickly, running diagnostic checks on the ship's experimental shield systems. The Black Star wasn't just another military vessel, it represented humanity's most advanced technological achievement. Quantum adaptive shields, neural-linked combat systems, and energy redirection technologies made it a prototype of unprecedented capability. "Shield integrity at 98%, Yuna reported. "Quantum alignment is stable." Dai Shin continued monitoring communication channels. "No additional fleet support detected. We're alone out here." The alien fleet began to spread into a tactical formation, their ships moving with an almost mathematical precision. Each vessel seemed designed for maximum destructive potential, with weapon ports that glowed with dangerous energy. June understood the stakes. This wasn't just a battle. It was a potential first contact scenario that could determine humanity's future in the galaxy. One wrong move could mean extinction. "Tactical analysis," June commanded. The ship's AI system, integrated seamlessly into the bridge's infrastructure, began displaying probability matrices and potential engagement scenarios. Complex mathematical models calculated potential outcomes with lightning speed. The alien fleet moved closer. Weapon systems on both sides began charging, creating a moment of incredible tension. Space itself seemed to hold its breath, waiting for the first strike. June knew they represented more than just themselves. They carried the hopes, dreams, and survival instincts of an entire species. The USS Black Star wasn't just a ship. It was humanity's first true statement of galactic presence. "All hands," June's voice was calm but carried an underlying steel. "Prepare for potential engagement. Defensive protocols activated." The bridge crew moved with practiced efficiency. Each member understood their role, their connection to each other as precise as the technological systems surrounding them. They were more than individuals. They were a single unified organism, ready to face an unknown threat. As the alien fleet continued its approach, the USS Black Star stood its ground. A single human vessel, facing an unknown enemy, representing the potential of an entire species. The first moments of what could become humanity's most important battle were about to unfold. Deep within the USS Black Star's research complex, Director Hyunwoo studied holographic projections of alien technology, Scattered around him were fragmented data streams captured during their initial encounter, each pixel representing potential weakness. The ship's central computer processed millions of calculations per second, breaking down the alien fleet's structural signatures. Hyun-woo understood that information was the most powerful weapon in any conflict. His team of researchers worked silently, their faces illuminated by shifting data streams. "We have something," whispered senior analyst Kang, pointing to a subtle energy signature pattern. The alien ships demonstrated a remarkable but predictable energy distribution method. Their defensive systems, while advanced, followed a rigid, mathematical algorithm. June Park listened intently as Hyun-woo explained their discoveries. The alien fleet's technological superiority was apparent but not insurmountable. Their defensive systems, while complex, had fundamental predictability that human adaptability could exploit. Their shield harmonics follow a consistent quantum frequency, Hyun-woo demonstrated, rotating a three-dimensional holographic model. "If we can create a quantum disruption sequence, we could potentially destabilize their entire defensive network." The strategy was elegant in its simplicity. Instead of trying to overpower the alien technology, they would essentially trick it. By understanding the precise mathematical patterns, human ingenuity could create a vulnerability. Lieutenant Yoona Kim worked on developing specialized energy modulation algorithms. Her fingers moved rapidly across quantum interface panels, creating complex mathematical sequences designed to exploit the smallest potential weakness. "We're not just preparing for a battle," June reminded his team. "We're fighting for humanity's survival and potential galactic future." The research team worked in shifts, consuming high-caffeine nutritional supplements and maintaining constant focus. Each discovered detail about the alien technology represented a potential lifeline for their entire species. Dae Shin from Communications intercepted additional alien transmissions, providing crucial contextual information about their military structure and communication protocols. Every fragment of data was analyzed, cross-referenced, and integrated into their developing strategy. The USS Blackstar itself underwent rapid modifications. Engineering teams worked around the clock, reinforcing quantum shield generators and developing experimental energy redirection systems. Standard military upgrades were replaced with innovative high-risk technological interventions. Hyun-woo's team discovered that the alien fleet's weapon systems, while powerful, relied on a centralized command structure. A precise disruption at the right frequency could potentially create a cascading system failure. "We're essentially creating a technological magic trick," Hyun-woo explained to June. "We'll make them believe their own systems are failing, while we maneuver into a strategic advantage." The ship's AI system, an advanced neural network with unprecedented processing capabilities, began running millions of potential engagement scenarios. Each simulation provided additional insights, refining their approach with mathematical precision. Outside the ship's protective hull, space remained silent and vast. But inside, humanity was preparing for a confrontation that could determine their entire species' future. Every calculation, every modified system, every strategic discussion represented hope. June Park watched his team work, understanding that their preparation was more than just a military strategy. It was a statement of human potential, the ability to adapt, to understand, and to overcome seemingly insurmountable challenges. As the alien fleet continued its approach, the USS Blackstar transformed. No longer just a vessel, it became a symbol of human determination, technological innovation, and the unbreakable spirit of exploration. The preparation was almost complete. Soon they would face the unknown, armed with nothing more than human intelligence, technological creativity, and an unshakable belief in their potential to survive. The battle for humanity's future was about to begin. The first alien weapons struck with devastating intensity. Massive energy pulses that could vaporize entire planetary structures slammed against the USS Blackstar's shields. But something unexpected happened. Instead of collapsing, the shields absorbed the energy, transforming the destructive force into a counterattack. Lieutenant Yoona Kim's precise calculations came to life. Each alien weapon strike became a catalyst for the Blackstar's defensive strategy. The ship's quantum adaptive shields didn't just protect, they learned, adapted, and redirected. "Shield resonance at optimal frequency," Yuna called out, her hands moving with surgical precision across the control panels. 3 alien cruisers suddenly exploded, their own weapon energy turned against them in a spectacular display of technological judo. The bridge crew watched in stunned silence as mathematical probabilities transformed into real-world destruction. Captain June Park remained calm, his eyes tracking the rapidly changing battle dynamics. The alien fleet, so confident in their technological superiority, began to show signs of confusion. Their rigid military doctrine couldn't comprehend the fluid, adaptive nature of human combat strategy. Dai Shin monitored communication channels. The alien command structure was breaking down, their communications becoming increasingly frantic and disorganized. Each successful human counterattack eroded their confidence more dramatically. The Black Star moved through space like a living entity, its movements unpredictable and precise. Where traditional military vessels would follow established combat patterns, this ship created its own rules of engagement. Hyun Woo's research team had prepared for this moment. The quantum disruption sequences they'd developed worked perfectly, creating cascading system failures in alien defensive networks. What seemed like impossible technological magic was actually the result of months of careful study and preparation. Alien weapon systems began to fail systematically. Their shields, once impenetrable, now flickered and weakened. The mathematical precision that had made them formidable became their greatest weakness. "Target their central command vessel," June ordered, his voice calm and controlled. The Black Star's energy projectors charged. These weren't traditional weapons, but advanced quantum resonance devices that could theoretically disassemble molecular structures at a fundamental level. The first strike hit the alien flagship. Instead of a traditional explosion, the vessel simply began to come apart, its complex technological systems unable to maintain structural integrity against the precisely calculated energy frequencies. Panic spread through the alien fleet. Their communication channels became a chaotic mess of warning signals and desperate transmissions. The humans had done the impossible. They were defeating a technologically superior force through pure adaptability and innovation. Lieutenant Yuna continued her intricate work, each movement a dance of mathematical precision. The ship's systems responded to her commands almost like a living organism, anticipating threats before they fully materialized. Multiple alien vessels experiencing systemic failures, Dai Shin reported, a hint of excitement breaking through his professional demeanor. The battle wasn't just a conflict of weapons, but a confrontation of different approaches to technological warfare. The aliens relied on rigid, predetermined strategies. The humans introduced chaos, adaptability, and unexpected solutions. Another alien cruiser disintegrated, then another. The Black Star moved through the battlefield like a quantum ghost, impossible to predict, devastating in its effectiveness. June understood they were writing a new chapter in human military history. This wasn't just about winning a single battle. It was about proving humanity's potential on a galactic stage. The alien fleet, once considered invincible, was being systematically dismantled, not through brute force but through intelligent, adaptive strategy. As the last alien vessels began to retreat, a strange silence fell over the Black Star's bridge. They had done what seemed impossible. They had transformed a potential extinction event into a moment of species-defining triumph. The critical engagement was ending, and humanity had just announced its arrival on the galactic stage. The aftermath of the critical engagement transformed the battlefield into a graveyard of alien technology. USS Black Star's successful defense sent shockwaves through human and alien communication networks alike. What began as a potential extinction event had become a turning point for humanity's galactic presence. Captain June Park studied the holographic battlefield representation. The alien fleet's remaining vessels moved with a new emotion previously unseen in their mechanical precision: uncertainty. Their rigid military doctrine, built on thousands of years of uncontested conquests, was crumbling, Lieutenant Yuna Kim, continued monitoring quantum shield systems. The ship had absorbed and redirected more energy than any previous human vessel in history. Each successful counterattack revealed layers of human technological potential that no one had anticipated. "Alien fleet is fragmenting," reported Daishin from communications. "Their central command structure is experiencing complete communication breakdown." The psychological impact was as significant as the physical destruction. The aliens had approached human territories believing in their absolute technological superiority. Now they confronted an unexpected variable: human unpredictability. Hyun Woo's research team began analyzing captured alien technological fragments. Each piece of debris represented a potential breakthrough in understanding extraterrestrial engineering. What the aliens saw as a defeat, humans saw as an extraordinary learning opportunity. "They cannot comprehend our adaptability," June remarked to his senior officers. "Their entire military strategy relies on predictable responses. We've introduced chaos into their mathematical models." Additional human fleet elements monitoring the engagement began receiving transmission logs. The USS Black Star's performance transformed from a single ship's battle to a potential template for future human space defense strategies. The alien fleet's retreat wasn't orderly. Ships moved erratically, their previous synchronized movements replaced by what seemed like panic. Mathematical precision gave way to survival instinct. Lieutenant Yuna continued her intricate work, her fingers dancing across quantum interface panels. She understood that this battle was more than a military engagement. It was a demonstration of human technological creativity. Intercepted alien communications revealed growing internal conflicts. Their leadership struggled to explain how a single, human vessel could dismantle their supposedly invincible fleet. Doubt began spreading through their ranks like a technological virus. "We're rewriting the rules of galactic conflict," Hyun Woo explained, reviewing captured data streams. "They expected traditional warfare. We gave them something entirely different." The Black Star moved through the battlefield with an almost elegant grace. Each movement was calculated, each energy projection a precise mathematical statement of human potential. The ship was no longer just a vessel, it had become a symbol of technological innovation. Daishin continued monitoring communication channels. Reports from other human frontier colonies began streaming in, filled with a mixture of disbelief and growing pride. The impossible had been achieved. Captain June understood the broader implications. This wasn't just about winning a single battle. This was about establishing humanity's credibility on a galactic stage. Every alien civilization would be studying this engagement, reassessing their understanding of human capabilities. The remaining alien vessels continued their chaotic retreat. Their previous confidence had been completely dismantled. Mathematical models of superiority collapsed in the face of human adaptability. "They're running," Lieutenant Yuna observed, a rare smile crossing her professional demeanor. The momentum had truly turned. What began as a potential human extinction event had transformed into a moment of species-defining triumph. The USS Black Star had done more than defend human territories. It had redefined the possibilities of human technological potential. As the battlefield cleared and alien vessels disappeared into distant star systems, a new chapter in human galactic history was being written. Not through conquest, but through innovation, adaptability, and an unbreakable spirit of exploration. The battle was over, but humanity's journey was just beginning. The final assault came with a precision that would be remembered in human military history. USS Black Star's quantum projectors charged, creating an energy cascade that promised total destruction of the alien command structure. Captain June Park watched the holographic displays, his hands steady, his eyes focused. The ships advanced, systems hummed with potential energy, ready to deliver the final blow that would change everything. Lieutenant Yuna Kim's calculations reached their ultimate moment. The quantum disruption sequence she had meticulously developed would now prove its ultimate potential. Her fingers moved with surgical precision across the control panels. "Targeting alien command vessel," Daishin reported, his voice calm but charged with anticipation. The alien flagship, once considered invincible, now looked vulnerable. Its previously impenetrable shields flickered like a dying candle. Years of unchallenged technological superiority were about to collapse in moments. Mew. Blackstar's energy projection began. It wasn't a traditional weapon strike, but a sophisticated quantum resonance that could theoretically disassemble molecular structures at their most fundamental level. The alien vessel began to break apart, not with an explosion, but with a silent, mathematical precision. Hyun-woo watched the data streams confirming each molecular disruption. What seemed like magic was actually the result of months of careful research and understanding. Human intelligence had defeated technological superiority. Communication channels from the alien fleet became a chaotic mess. Panic spread faster than their communication systems could manage. Their rigid military doctrine, built on thousands of years of conquest, crumbled in moments. "Command vessel is critically compromised," Yuna reported, her voice steady despite the magnitude of their achievement. The final moments of the battle were almost anticlimactic. The alien fleet, once a terrifying constellation of technological might, now looked like a scattered collection of failing machines, their synchronized movements replaced by desperate individual survival attempts. June understood the broader implications. This wasn't just a military victory. This was humanity announcing its arrival on the galactic stage. Every alien civilization would study this engagement, reassessing their understanding of human potential. The last alien vessels tried to retreat, but their escape routes were systematically blocked. The Blackstar's advanced tracking systems ensured no significant technological remnants would escape human analysis. Alien fleet neutralized, Dai Shin confirmed, a hint of pride breaking through his professional demeanor. Silence fell on the bridge. The crew understood they had just changed human history. What began as a potential extinction event had transformed into a moment of species-defining triumph. Hyun-woo's research team began preparing to analyze captured alien technological fragments. Each piece of debris represented a potential breakthrough in understanding extraterrestrial engineering. The quantum projectors powered down, leaving behind a battlefield filled with disabled alien vessels. The universe seemed to hold its breath, recognizing the significance of what had just occurred. "We did it," Yuna whispered, the first personal moment breaking through the professional tension. Diplomatic channels began lighting up. Other human colonies, previously uncertain about their place in the galactic community, now watched with newfound confidence. The USS Blackstar had become more than a vessel. It was a symbol of human potential. June Park looked out at the vast darkness of space. They had entered this confrontation as an unknown, untested species. They would exit it as a recognized galactic power. The final transmissions from the alien command structure revealed complete system collapse. Their leadership couldn't comprehend how a single human vessel had dismantled their supposedly invincible fleet. As the last alien systems went dark, a new chapter in human exploration began. Not through conquest, but through innovation, adaptability, and an unbreakable spirit of discovery. The battle was over. Humanity had proven its worth. The universe would never be the same again.